Hello, and welcome to Shamanic Academy, and welcome to our beautiful Beltane ceremony this evening. And we're going to start in a minute, just allowing people to arrive and just checking the live streams. And welcome. I can see people starting to join. Beautiful to have you with us. Just know from here onwards that you are able to interact with us, and I'll be popping some messages on as well. But you are able to interact with us by going into Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube and commenting in the comments. And obviously, you'll be able to join us from there. I can see there are people joining us there. When you comment on social media, we can see your comments. If you are on WhatsApp, then it's not so straightforward for us to interact with yourselves. So try and stay on social media as much as possible. So that makes it easier for us to be able to see anything that you need to ask. Let me just double check here. There we go. Perfect. There's another live stream in the group as well. Here we go. So beautiful, amazing, and lovely to have you with us. Okay, so we are going to start. Amazing to have this gathering tonight. And if you have not met me before, my name is Fed. I'm the chief exec of the Shamanic Activations Academy, and also the creator of the Shamanic Transcendence Therapy and Merlin Wellbeing app, which hopefully some of you will be able to experience some of the magic around it as well in well, whether tonight or in the days to come. Nice to see people starting to also chat with us. 2 seconds. I can hear. Right, just a second here. Right. 2 seconds here. I can see some people are commenting. Okay, perfect. Just at the beginning, we always have a little bit of people joining and asking questions, which obviously is trying to manage all of that. But before we start, I would like to also introduce this evening, and also introduce the people that we have with us offering their gifts to our ceremony this evening. So these are the Celtic Fire Festival celebrations. So we obviously have 8 of these every year. And today we're celebrating together Beltane, which of course is the wheel of the year turning again and getting us to this point of activation, where we have already journeyed from Imbolc, which is the return of the light, and then we go into Ostara, Easter, which of course is starting to really feel that activity in the air, and the nature is waking up all around us. And when it comes to Beltane is where really we start taking action, where we can start feeling the beautiful awakening of the earth coming into force, the blossoming of many flowers, the return of the swallows, and everything indicates and tells us that we need to start taking care of what we want to nourish and look after in the few weeks and months ahead during the summer. But I would like to welcome here as well our beautiful students from the Shamanic Activations Academy. So bringing to the stage here, we've got Gemma, Sean, Dave, and Shell, who will be with us tonight. Give us a wave. Hello, everyone. Amazing to have you here. And some of you already know that when we have these celebrations is really, really beautiful for us to be able to interact with you guys. So if you are with us, right in the comments, whether you're watching on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, write to us where in the world you are and one thing that makes you be in your heart. So being in your heart is doing what you love with the people that you love in the places that you love all day, every day. So anything that really makes you come alive, what is that one thing that you think, this is what I want to do every day? And we will obviously come back to you in the comments as well, but please let us know where you are tuning in from. So tonight we'll be sharing our gifts. We'll be explaining a little bit around this ceremony, about what Beltane means. We will be dropping into the heart and having a beautiful meditation to help us tune in, and also connecting with the traditions around Beltane. And I will not steal the thunder from the beautiful research and what everyone has brought here tonight. So I'm excited to be able to share this moment. But I want to also bring a little bit of what is important to me when it comes to delivering these ceremonies, which of course sometimes it's easy to just turn up and be part of something, but for me this is really, really special because it's our opportunity to really feel the heart coherence, the beauty, the wisdom, and also the connection that we all have to each other, to this world, to our ancestors, to the traditions, to the energy that we feel around us, and what we can create when we come together. So there's a remembering almost that goes on in the background when we are participating together in these ceremonies, because this is something that is within us. Remember that there is not one cell that leaves this planet. So everything is circulated, regurgitated, recreated. And that means that within us, we have that energy of the traditions of everyone that has walked this planet before us, every single creature. So at a very, very incredible level, we have that energy already within us. And sometimes when we allow ourselves the time to stop, to tune in, to come into ceremony, to come into ritual, we can create dynamics for ourselves that are really, really important when it comes to navigating some of the difficulties that this life presents. Because every time, every day, we come across things that can trigger us, things that we feel sometimes might be blockages, difficulties, things that make us feel that we are not in flow. So when we have the opportunity to tune in with beauty, with love, with grace, with gratitude, to be able to experience these sensations, these opportunities for us to learn from others, but also from within, we can start really tuning into the lessons that come from within, intuition. Yeah, so we can really develop a sense of what this means for me. It's not about us teaching you, is about us guiding you to your own wisdom. And that creates this dynamic of remembering everything that is already within ourselves. So welcome to this space. Obviously my intention here is to facilitate, to hold space, to be able to bring together these beautiful offerings tonight, and also to introduce you to some of the work of the Shamanic Activations Academy and some of the opportunities that you have open to you for your own journey, for your own personal development, and really to connect with the beauty that we are creating as a community to bring healing, wisdom, and love to this world. So I will be shutting up now and leaving our beautiful Gemma to start introducing some of the shenanigans and the beautiful gifts that we're going to be experiencing this evening. And hopefully we will not have too many technical issues. I know that at some point during the previous ceremonies we have had connection issues, or people not being able to hear. Sometimes the audio or the video maybe lagging and things like that. Hopefully, tonight we won't experience that. But if you do experience any technical difficulties, and just as I said that, our Sean disappeared from the screen and now he's back. So welcome back. As I said, these things do happen because ultimately we're dealing with technology. But if you do experience any problems, do make sure to pop a comment in the in the comments in on social media. Do reach out so that we can hopefully help you with anything that you're experiencing as well. And as much as a lot of what we are doing here tonight is beautiful and very wholesome as well. Obviously, there's all sorts of dynamics that can manifest, because sometimes when we are experiencing something beautiful, if we had, not a very good time recently, or if we are carrying traumas, it can be confronting to actually be in an accepting community, in beauty, in love, and all of that stuff. So if something comes up for you, the invitation is to sit with it as well, to understand, why is this coming up for me, maybe with a little bit of curiosity and kind of a little bit of a inquiry about, what is this feeling, this emotion, this memory trying to teach me. Why is it coming up for me right now? But if you need support as well, stay until the end, and then obviously we'll be able to support you. So, welcome to our Beltane ceremony. And I know that there will be different dynamics presented by the speakers, but what I would like to do here is to light my ceremonial candle. As you know, we tune in together. So before we start into the offerings, I'd like to invite everyone to, just for a second, close their eyes, bring your hands to your heart if that feels comfortable, and taking a nice deep breath in together, and then letting go of anything that doesn't serve you right now, creating and making space for yourself. And again, taking another deep breath in, inviting gratitude into your chest, and then letting go of the to-do list, all the should haves, all the could haves, and right now. And one more deep breath in, this time inviting love into your heart and feeling into this beautiful energy that is here for you anytime you need it. And when you're ready, blowing that love to someone who needs it in this world. And calling upon all of our guides, all the benevolent spirits, all the beautiful directions, the ancestors, the creatures around us, Mother Nature, Father Sky, the universe, to hold us, to be here present, to be able to journey within our own soul, within our own mind, within our own body, to allow ourselves the space, the time to unravel, to receive, to heal, and to give ourselves a little bit of self-love. Awen. And I call upon Father Fire to come and be present with us to guide our ceremony. And here we have it. Awen. So opening your eyes when you're ready and coming back to full consciousness. Lovely to have you here. And I'm going to remove some of us from the screen. Lovely to see you, Kerry. And obviously, I'll be bringing in people. So if you're commenting, obviously, I'll be able to interact and answer you live as well. But don't forget, if you're watching the recording, if you're popping any comments below, starting with where I'm from or what is making me feel in my heart, then obviously those comments can be responded to even if you're watching the recording. So please let us know what's happening for you, and send us love, and we'll send you love back. Okay, so making a start, I'm going to wave goodbye for now to Sean, Shell, and Dave, and leaving the stage here for our beautiful Gemma. Over to you, sister.
Hi everyone, if you bear with me for a wee second just to get my music going. Sorry, 1 wee second. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're just going to go and do a guided meditation just to bring you all in to this safe space with us all, grounding ourselves, connecting ourselves not only to Mother Earth but to everyone present tonight. So if you all get yourself comfortable, whether that's lying down or sitting up, whatever's the best for you, just get nice and relaxed. And when you're ready, if you can close your eyes. I'd like you to take 3 deep breaths in. Going in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last breath in. And breathe out. I'd like you to imagine that you're walking in the forest. You're barefooted and it's a beautiful day. Clear blue skies, sun beating down, feel the warmth on your skin. Feel the breeze of the wind through your hair. Hear it through the trees. Hear the birds singing and speaking to each other. Take it all in. Be fully present in this moment. As you're walking through the forest, I'd like you to bring some awareness, to set an intention as we're walking. Whatever drops in and you feel that connection to that intention, I'd like you to carry that intention with you, not only through this meditation, through this forest, but also through the full ceremony of tonight. I'd like you to sit down now. Get comfy. Place your hands on the grass. Feel the grass in between your fingers and toes. Does it tickle? Does it feel strange? I'd like you to imagine roots growing out the soles of your feet and the palm of your hands. And with every breath in, those roots are going to continue growing into the soil. With every breath out, these roots are going to keep going and connecting with Mother Earth. Every time you breathe in, that energy is going to flow up through those roots and into you. Focus on your breathing now. Take long, slow breaths in and nice relaxing breaths out. Can you feel that energy flowing through your body, going where it needs to go? Now I would like you to imagine a bright white light coming down from the sky and connecting with the top of your head, connecting with your crown chakra. With every breath in, the energy from Grandfather Sky is going to come down this light and into you. Feel that energy coming down, going down each chakra until it meets Mother Earth's energy. Now these two energies are mixing together, flowing all throughout 7 chakras, all throughout your body. Take a moment right now to notice how your body's feeling. How does it feel with all that energy flowing through your body, moving all that stagnant energy, clearing the space for the new? Does it feel like pins and needles? Does it feel like a feather going along your skin? Just sit with that for a minute. Focus on your breathing as well, keeping it nice and steady. Big deep breaths in, calm breaths out. Speak your intention to these energies. These energies will be with you throughout the ceremony. Okay. Now I would like you to thank Mother Earth and Grandfather Sky for coming in and connecting with us. We thank you for your wisdom. We thank you for your guidance. And we thank you for your love. Feel that love within you. Feel it almost ready to burst in your chest. There's so much there. Feel that connection. And remember, you can always connect. They will always be there for you. We thank you. I'd like you all to take a nice big deep breath in and hold it at the top for 3 seconds. Breathe in, hold, and blow out. Listening to the birds in the trees, feeling the air through your hair, on your skin, rustling the tree leaves. I'd like for you to bring yourself back to your breathing. Focus on breathing in and out, and continue to focus on your breath, bringing yourself back into your body. If you start wriggling your fingers or your toes, start a wee bit of movement within your body and bring yourself back into the room. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you for going on this beautiful meditation with me. I feel the love and the energy and the connection that we all have. Thank you. Aho.
Thank you, Gemma, for helping us ground and being here with those beautiful, beautiful words and way to connect us to Mother Earth and everything that is going to help us in this journey. So, Awen, thank you for your gift here tonight. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, so as we start journeying into this festival together, I'd like to bring our brother Sean to the stage. Just before I do that, also to bring some awareness throughout this ceremony, I will be giving you some tips and some things for you to connect with. And for those of you who have not yet downloaded our Merlin app, I wanted to give you, there's a little scrolling banner at the bottom of this screen where you can have the address to download the Merlin Wellbeing app, where you will find a lot of free resources, including a meditation from Gemma, Dave, the people that are here tonight, and other students as well, and lots of other resources that you can connect with. So if you haven't had the chance, obviously go and download that, and you'll be able to get access to way more to continue your journey, to continue to heal, to continue to grow and develop. Okay, so over to our beautiful brother Sean, who's been doing some research for us and to bring in a little bit of the spirit of Beltane to explain what Beltane is all about. So, Sean, over to you, brother.
Thank you, Fed. Hello, everybody. I'm Sean. Before we actually start, what I'd like you to all do, if you've got a candle, can you light a candle, please? I'll give you a couple of minutes to do that. And also, if you've got a pen, paper handy, just write down, doesn't have to be long, just can be short, something that you're intending to let go from your past as we're heading into the future, the new season. Just something you want to leave behind that's going to serve you, not going to serve your higher self any purpose. That past version of you, the habits, the thoughts, things you did, arguments you got into, contracts, anything like that that's not doing you any good. Just quickly write it down when you set the intention of you're going to go into that you're going to release. Give you all a couple of minutes to do that. We've all got something there that we can just let go. We know it doesn't do us any good. A bad habit, a bad recurring thought. Yep, that's going to serve us no good in the future. We need to leave it where it belongs in the past and don't take it with us. Something that will make our journey lighter. So if you've all got your candle and just your little intention, I've got my, and then I'll continue. So I just did a little bit of research, only short on what is Beltane. So one of the 4 quarter day festivals, Beltane saw members of communities come together to celebrate the return of the summer. The observance of this hugely important time of the turning of the wheel of the year was characterized by a celebration of the return of the fertility of the land, and would have been a time when livestock would have been put out to pasture. The word Beltane roughly translates as bright fire, and as such, one of the most important rituals which survives today in our modern festival concerns the lighting of Beltane bonfire. Fire was seen as a purifier and healer, and would have been walked around and danced, jumped over by members of communities. Farmers would also have driven their cattle between bonfires to cleanse and protect them before being put out into the field. In ancient communities, all hearth fires would have been extinguished and a new night fire lit, which would have been used to relight people's hearths in their own homes. In this way, the community was connected to each other by the sacred fire, which was central to all. The festival would also have a time of courtship rituals and a celebration of our own fertility. The important point to note when thinking about our own festival is the joy and the revelry that is fostered in the ritual. It is about casting off the darkness and celebrating the light. It is a time for celebrating fertility, both in the context of our biological functions, as well as our own creative energies. The fertility of our creative community. Historical background. The modern Beltane Fire Festival is inspired by the ancient Gaelic festival of Beltane, which began on the evening before 1st of May and marked the beginning of summer. The modern festival was started in 1988 by a small group of enthusiasts, including a music collective, which with academic support from the School of Scottish Studies at the University of Edinburgh. Since then, this festival has grown and involves over 300 collaborators and performers. So that was just a little bit of historical background on Beltane Festival and the modern festival as well, and where it was started. So what I'd like to invite you to do now, if you've got somewhere safe as well that you can, because you're going to light the piece of paper that you had your intention away. If you're sitting outside, that's fine. You've got your candle. Just take a couple of breaths nice and slowly. Just think about setting the intention of releasing what you've written down that's not going to serve your higher self any good. Just close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in. Hold it. Breathe out. Pause. Breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. Now set the intention, just thinking it in your mind, what you're going to release. Then when you're ready, light the paper. Put it in your dish. And be gentle, just let the air carry that away. and it will stay in the past as you move into the future. For that candle to represent the fires, blow it out. That's the old fire's gone out from the last season. Now going to light the new fire for the next season, the summer season. Just hold the candle if you're able to. If it's in front of you, just take a couple of deep breaths. That concludes my input for the celebration of the festivals. Thank you. Aho.
Aho, Awen. Thank you, Sean. Here's my new candle this year. Amazing, amazing. Thank you for that explanation, and also for bringing a little bit of an understanding into the ceremonial, the rituals that we can also go through for ourselves. And I wanted to add into what you've done here as well, that for those people that perhaps did not have pen and paper or candles nearby, there's an invitation here for you, having had this experience. Sorry, even if you just watched, to obviously be able to do this by yourselves, and maybe having that opportunity to do it in your own time and bring in more consciousness to it as well, than obviously doing it with ourselves here during the ceremony. So thank you so much, Sean. That was beautiful, and I got the ashes of my intention, so I'll be releasing those into this transition. So thank you so much, and we'll catch up with you in a little bit. Thank you, Sean. Okay, so continuing on our journey into this evening's celebrations, we are going to continue with the ritual aspect of the ceremony. And I wanted to introduce, or well, actually to talk about the ritualistic side of doing this work, because essentially rituals is almost like us setting the tone, setting everything in our being around things that we perpetuate, that we keep on doing, because it's almost like brainwashing ourselves, training ourselves to remember, to remind ourselves to really feel things firsthand, and to remind ourselves that life is beautiful. And when we are doing these things, whether it is a little bit of meditation in the morning, setting an intention, whether you're doing yoga, whether you go for a run, whether you choose to eat a healthy breakfast, anything that you do and continue to do so during your day, during your week, your month, the year, it just brings the opportunity to really stay aligned, to stay tuned into yourself, to bring your body into homeostasis, to bring your mindset into balance, and also to align your soul with the beautiful energies all around you. So, continuing with these notions and concepts, I'm going to welcome Dave back to the stage. I was just about to say, well, I'm going to welcome stage back to the Dave. I don't know which way around, but I'm being creative here, Dave. Hello, brother. How you doing?
I'm very well. Yourself?
Good, good. Thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me along this evening. A pleasure as always.
Always a pleasure. Seeing as well, showing your certificate in the background, loving it. And obviously we'll be talking a little bit about also the course and the opportunities that people have to learn and how to deliver these beautiful gifts and ceremonies as well. So Dave, over to you for this ritual. So I'll leave it to yourself. See you in a minute.
Good evening, everybody. Before we begin, I'd like to make a small dedication, if you will allow me. I'd like to dedicate this offering this evening to my beautiful friend who recently passed, Polly. She was one of our team members, and yeah, today is a full moon, and she particularly enjoyed the full moon because she would go out and she would revel with her instruments in the full moonlight, and used to bring us so much joy. So on this occasion, on the occasion of the full moon, I dedicate this to you, beautiful lady. Thank you. So welcome to Beltane. Welcome to the Fire Festival of Fertility, Passion and Union. Tonight we stand at the crossroads between spring and summer. The seeds planted in Ostara are rising. The life force is moving from root to shoot, from stillness to expression. Beltane is the marriage of the green man and the May Queen, the masculine and the feminine principles that dance with us all. So tonight, bear with me. So tonight, we honor their dance. We invite their union. So I call to the east the breath of new life. I call to the south the fire of passion. I call to the west the waters of feeling. And I call to the north the earth of form. I'm not going to drum all the way through, I promise. However, in order of this union, this dance, I am going to play some music. So I hope you'll indulge me. So, hopefully, the calling in ritual will have brought the Green Man and the May Queen here present in the circle to help guide us with this work. And we start with the separation, recognizing the two within. So we begin by recognizing what lives inside us. So I invite you to close your eyes and soften your gaze. Take a breath into your belly. Feel your body. Notice where you are right now. Now bring your attention to the masculine principle within you. This is the part that structures, acts, protects, and wills. It is the part that says, I will do this, I will build this, and I will make this happen. It may be a voice, maybe a posture. Maybe it's got a place in your body. Often it's felt in the upper body, the chest, the shoulders, the head, or the arms. Take a moment to sense it. Don't judge it. Just notice it. Now I'd like you to bring the attention to the feminine principle within you. This is the part of you that flows, receives, creates, and feels. It is a part of you that says, I feel, I intuit, I allow, I receive. If you have a voice, it may have a posture, it may have a place in your body. Excuse me. Often it's felt in the lower body, the belly, the ribs, the womb space, or even the feet. So take a moment now to sense that. Don't judge it. Again, just notice. Now hold both of those in your awareness, the masculine and the feminine, the structure and the flow, the will and the feeling. Notice, are they in harmony or are they separate? Are they in conflict or have they never met? This is the starting point. We do not force it, we simply see. So then we move on to the wounding, acknowledging what separates them. So the masculine and feminine within us were not always separate. When we were children, they moved naturally together. We acted from impulse. We felt without fear. We created without judgment. But life taught us that one was dangerous. Perhaps the feminine was too emotional, too wild, too receptive. Perhaps the masculine was too rigid, too aggressive, too controlling. So we pushed them away. We hid it. We exiled it. Now they stand on opposite sides of the internal room, watching each other from across a distance. So take a moment to ask, which one did you exile? Which one did you learn to suppress? Which one have you been trying to protect? Think that over. So this is not a moment to fix anything. This is a moment to see, to acknowledge, to honor the wound that separated them. And that brings us on to the invitation. So bringing them together, now we invite them to meet. So in your mind's eye, visualize an inner room, like a temple or a meadow or a church hall in the 50s or 60s. Any place where there is a sort of sacred communion. See the masculine principle standing on one side. See the feminine principle standing on the opposite. They're not enemies. They are lovers who have been separated by the wounds of the world. Now slowly, they begin to move towards each other. As they approach, they may be hesitant. They may be unsure. This is the first meeting in a long time. They stop in front of each other. They look into each other's eyes. And now I invite you in your own way, possibly with your eyes closed, or however it feels more comfortable, to invite them to touch. This could be a hand on the heart, hand on the shoulder, or even an embrace, whatever feels right. As they touch, something begins to shift. The wound that separated them begins to soften. The exile ends. They're not merging. They're not becoming one. They're weaving together like two threads becoming a braid. Now speak to them silently or aloud. I welcome my masculine. I welcome my feminine. I honor their dance. I invite their union. Now feel what happens in your body as you speak these words. And that brings us on to the marriage, the sacred union. So the sacred union is not about erasing difference, it's about weaving two principles into one dance. Hence the music. Place both hands on your heart. Feel your heartbeat. This is the rhythm of the masculine. Steady, reliable, the drum. Now feel your breath. This is the rhythm of the feminine. The flowing, the changing, the dance. Together they create life. Now imagine a flame igniting in your heart. A small, steady fire. This is the fire of Beltane. It burns within you. From this union, new life is born. A creative fire, fertile ground. Ask yourself silently, what wants to be born from this union? What creative project, what relationship, what part of myself is ready to grow? Try not to answer with your mind. Let the answer rise from a deeper place. When you have a sense of it, whether it's a word, an image, a feeling, place your hand on your heart and say silently, I welcome this. I will tend the flame. And in closing, this is the carrying the fire. So now the ritual is complete. The marriage is made, but the work continues. The masculine and feminine within you will dance together with this from this moment forward. Some days they will argue, some days they will make love, some days they will create, and some days they will rest. This is the dance. Now, before we close, I invite you to come and blow the candle out once more together. And as the flame goes out, know that the fire is not gone. It has moved from the candle into your heart. Carry it now. Blessed Beltane, may your inner union be fruitful. May your creative fire burn bright. Aho and Awen.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, Dave, for this beautiful, beautiful marriage. I feel I had a special invite to.
I feel like my choice of music wasn't so good. It's about halfway through. I was thinking I wouldn't dance to this in a wedding, but hey,
It's always down to the bride and the groom to choose the music, whether we like it or not.
hey, everybody's taste is somebody else's, isn't it?
Absolutely, it just brings us to our edges and decide what is good for us or not. So that was absolutely special, and thank you for bringing those energies together into our heart. It was a really
My honor.
special, gave me clarity. So thank you.
Thank you. Awen.
Okay, so we continue our journey, and continuing from Dave's contribution, I would like to bring here this evening a short drum journey that I would like to offer. So for this next part, it would help you if you were in a space where you can be undisturbed. So if you can close the door, let the pets or kids out. Just find a moment to tune in. You will not be going under in any way, so you'll be conscious, but nevertheless, you want to be able to rest. So perhaps sit comfortably rather than lying down, so that you're not going to be transported too much into relaxation. This is an opportunity for us to receive an activation, I hope, and to bring a gift that we can continue to journey with, carrying on from the beautiful flame that Dave has ignited in our hearts. Okay, so if you are comfortable and coming together into community together around the fire to the beating of the drum, and allowing yourself a moment to tune in, maybe closing your eyes, connecting with the space in our chest, the beautiful organ that is the heart, this beautiful pump that brings nourishment, wisdom, healing, energy, and love to every single cell in your being. And allowing ourselves to tune into the beating of the heart. Taking a nice deep breath there. Bringing calm and gratitude into your heart. And imagining, feeling, sensing or seeing from your heart an anchor dropping down your body, exiting from your feet, entering the ground beneath you, going past the crystals, the rocks, the magma, reaching all the way into the center of the earth and connecting with this beautiful female energy. And imagining with your breath being able to call this female energy all the way up through this anchor until it reaches and activates your root chakra, reaching and activating your sacral chakra, reaching and activating your solar plexus chakra, and reaching all the way into your heart. With every in-breath, calling in this beautiful female energy into your heart. And with every out-breath, feeling the softness, the gentleness that this female energy brings into your being. Softening your body. And now imagining, seeing, sensing, feeling from your heart a beam of light traveling up your chest, exiting from your head, going past the clouds and the sky, the planets and the galaxies, and reaching all the way into source, into the universe, Father Sky, this beautiful male energy. And imagining being able to call with your breath this male energy all the way down through this beam of light until it reaches and activates your crown chakra, reaching and activating your third eye chakra, reaching and activating your throat chakra, and reaching all the way into your heart. Feeling with every out breath into the strength and courage that this male energy brings into your being. And now imagining being able to call both both energies from both directions, with your in-breath flowing together into your heart. And with every out-breath, creating a bubble of protection around you. A bubble of protection through which only unconditional love and abundance can come through. Safe and protected in your heart. Safe and protected in your bubble of protection. And bringing your intention for this journey into your awareness. We begin the journey to the purest place in your heart. Imagining as if you were entering a tunnel, getting drawn into the very core of your heart. Knowing on the other side there's a beautiful landscape that nourishes your soul. Here you will be able to receive wisdom, healing, and love. So journeying into the very core and finding yourself in a space that becomes lighter and lighter, becoming aware of the light in front of you. And as you get closer and closer, you see that the light in front of you is coming from a fire, a bonfire that's been burning since the dawn of time. And observing, connecting with the powerful fire that you're standing in front of, feeling its warmth on your skin, noticing the flickering of the flames as the air breezes past, noticing and exploring the colors of the fire, noticing the scent of the wood being burned, connecting with this fire, noticing all of a sudden that all around you people start arriving, familiar faces that perhaps are making no sense or you're not necessarily recognizing eye to eye, but a sense of familiarity. You are a circle around this fire with other souls that are here for your journey, feeling your heart space, same as you can feel their heart space, coming together into ceremony around this fire. And noticing as we are all together in this circle, how everyone is equidistant from the fire. Because when we come in circle, we all matter. There's no separation, there's no anticipation. We are all equal in front of this fire. Nobody is outside the circle, nobody is within the circle. Just the light of the fire to guide us. as you bring your intention back into your awareness, perhaps is a question to receive some clarity. Maybe it's an intention for something to leave or let go. Maybe your intention is to receive something. Whatever your intention is, this is the time to seek the clarity from the light of the fire. So bringing into your awareness this beautiful, powerful fire in front of you, connecting with the flame, being guided by the very spirit of the fire, letting your mind be open to receive any guidance, opening your heart to receive the healing that you need, and just becoming aware of the sensations in your body, any emotion that might come up for you, any energy that you feel flowing. Remember that the wisdom that we receive from the world of spirit sometimes manifests itself in words, sometimes in sensations, sometimes in visions, sometimes in just the whispers of the mystery. And opening ourselves to receive that guidance, we sit with the rhythm of the drum to be guided by the shamanic drum to our answers, to our wisdom. Continuing to be guided by the drum and the spirit of the fire, continuing to receive its wisdom. You notice the circle of people that you're part of, moving to the rhythm of the drum, allowing the energy to flow whilst you receive its healing, receiving the wisdom of the drum, the wisdom of the fire, the wisdom of spirit. yourself to become aware of your body as we begin the journey to integrate any wisdom to let unravel the healing received, the vibrations of the sound, the rhythm of the drum, the warmth of the fire. And if it feels comfortable for you, bring in your hands to your heart, connecting back with the space in your chest, and perhaps taking a nice deep breath in, inviting your soul back into your being. Feeling back into your body, connecting with your senses, feeling the temperature of the air around you. Connecting with your sense of hearing any noise around you. Connecting back with your sense of smell, any smell around you in the room. And when you feel comfortable, perhaps bringing your hands to your eyes, feeling into the energy of your hands, and allowing your eyes to open ever so, allowing a tiny bit of light to come in. Remembering, bringing with you the wisdom from the world of spirit as you return to consciousness. You will only be able to be fully awake once all parts of you are completely integrated. The same way the light returns through your eyes, the same way the air enters with your lungs, and the same way the love enters your heart. You can start living in this frequency and vibration from here on. When may you be guided by the spirit of fire and allowing the wisdom and the healing unfold from the journey that we have just been on together. Allowing yourselves to be gentle as you come back and return to consciousness. And I will be available for any comments, for any guidance that anyone might need support with. Sometimes, as I mentioned, the words of spirit might be whispers. Sometimes there might be signs, there might be words, sensations in the body, and sometimes is not necessarily always clear right there in front of you. Sometimes we need to let it unfold, let it unravel. And if you just relax, then that's beautiful as well, because obviously we heal when we are sleeping and resting. But at the same time, I want to really invite you to this notion of tuning in, to really allowing ourselves to get our own meaning out of the experiences that we have in life, because very often we have all the knowledge being given to us by other people, by our parents, our teachers, our communities, and so we don't have always the opportunity to learn firsthand. We learn what other people are telling us, so anything that might have gone on for you during the journey, if something if there's anything that you would like to share with us, we also learn from each other when we are sharing this wisdom. And it might not be necessarily anything that we will experience ourselves, but it always gives insight into the variety, the diversity of what human experience actually is, which I absolutely love to hear, because obviously it enriches me, it enriches my knowledge, which I want to also bring into really the conversation around the work that we are doing here before we continue, and just to really invite those people that this resonates with, those people that maybe have felt something, people that maybe have received some wisdom, some knowledge, some healing during the sessions. If something has stood within you and you would like to understand more about this work, or perhaps stepping into doing this work, then obviously reach out. I will be really, really honored to have a conversation to support your journey. And we do have a free 8-week journey coming up, which I will give you more details about later on. But for now, be gentle as we return back to this ceremony and continuing this journey together with our beautiful Shell that I'm inviting to the stage. Hi, Shell. How you doing, my lovely?
Oh, thank you for that journey. That was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'll leave it up to you to introduce yourself and the next beautiful part of the ceremony. I went.
I hope everyone is doing good after that wonderful journey. So this Beltane is a very, very, very special Beltane. The full moon, the flower full moon that is happening today on the 1st of May didn't happen and happened in 1988. It has never happened since. So the 1st of May full moon on Beltane today is incredibly powerful, super, super powerful. So any intention that is set today will be given extra power to manifest and grow. So definitely take extra care with your intentions today. So with the full moon being in Scorpio and Beltane, that means we have water and fire combining and coming together. So that means that we have extra fire life force. So that's energy for creation and new growth. And then the Scorpio energy is bringing in depth, things that we've tried to bury, things that we have tried to suppress, and it'll bring it all up because it needs to be released. Because everything from winter needs to be let go of so that we can move into the summer. And that is what Beltane is all about. So it's casting whatever you don't need into that fire, releasing it and letting it go, and creating space for your true desires as we move forward into summer. So Beltane is the mirror of Samhain. So in the wheel of the year, it's 6 months. So Samhain, Halloween, and Beltane now mirrors each other. So that means that the veil is extra, extra thin at both of those times of year. So that means that our connection with the ancestors can be really strong and really powerful. So that's why I've decided to work with the ancestors this evening. So Beltane is a time of purification and protection. And the ancestors would have used lots of different medicines for this. They would have used plants and herbs and vegetables. So I wanted to give you some information about the flowers that are traditionally sown on Beltane. And lots of these would have been sown with intention and purpose, and ready for their growth into the summer. So the first one would be calendula, which is a beautiful orange flower. And this was grown for creativity and protection. Cornflower was used for intention and deep connection. Nasturtium was grown for optimism and vitality. And then you had sweet peas. Sweet peas, I love sweet peas. They're one of my favorite. So they were grown for love, gratitude, and peace. And then sunflowers, beautiful, strong sunflowers, were grown for joy, strength, and happiness. So with the sunflower, the invitation is that I would love for you all to come into your heart, take a deep breath, and land in your heart. And think of one thing It doesn't matter how big or small, but one thing you would like to bring into fruition this summer. Think of one thing. Imagine how it would feel. Imagine what it looks like. Imagine how it feels. Picture it. Picture it exactly how you want it to be. And then place that picture onto an open, beautiful sunflower. Place that picture on top of that beautiful sunflower. Keep it there. Hold it there. That image surrounded by beautiful yellow petals, strong in the sun. Hold it in your heart. Hold it there. So what I hope will happen is in the summer, when sunflowers bloom between July and September, sometimes October, depending how the summer goes, every time you see an open sunflower, you will be reminded of your intention that you set today. So the other things that was also done on Beltane was different herbs that had already been planted, so they came into fruition now. And some of these were mint. Mint was used for abundance and clarity. Sage was used very, very often for protection and cleansing. Basil was used for prosperity and joy. And thyme was used for courage and vitality. And then we also have rosemary. And I managed to pick some rosemary from my garden today. And rosemary was used for healing and remembrance. And what our ancestors used to do on Beltane was also burn rosemary and burn hawthorn for the smoke. And the smoke would be used to kill germs and get rid of pests on all the crops and the seeds that they were planting. And it was to purify and protect and cleanse. And it smells beautiful. So another invitation I would ask, if you would like to, over the weekend, over the May weekend, go out into your garden or into a green space and observe one tiny little plant. It doesn't have to be rosemary. It can be hawthorn. It can be anything that's in bloom right now. And just take the time to look, take the time to smell, take the time to examine exactly what is going on right in front of you. So, the ancestors on Beltane were not just celebrating Beltane. The festival was not just releasing things from the winter. It was manifesting and intending for a wonderful summer. But the ancestors had many struggles over time, whether it be plagues and droughts. So their planting of their crops was so important, which meant that at Beltane, their intentions and their wishes and everything they wanted to manifest came full-heartedly. Every hope, every prayer was full-heartedly wanted and needed to make sure that they thrived and survived. So another thing I'd love, and what we will end with, is a Beltane wish. So what I've managed to do, let's hope it goes okay. What I've managed to do is I picked a dandelion. And don't ask me how I managed to get it inside without, oh my gosh, I need to stop. I can't breathe. Honestly, it took so much effort to get it inside without it all blowing away. So what I would absolutely love, is if you could think of a Beltane wish, something happy, something joyous. It can be little or big, just a beautiful Beltane wish. And I would love for you to blow your wish into this beautiful dandelion. I'll hold it up there so you can see. Let's hope it all stays together. So I'd love for you to take a deep breath and blow your beautiful Beltane wish into the dandelion. And what I'll do after this ceremony is I will release it out into the winds, out into the wild, where it can be released and magical things will happen. Thank you so much. Arwen.
When did you think of that? That was absolutely beautiful.
I have to tell you something though. I thought about it yesterday, and in my garden there was about 10, and I was like, this is amazing, I'll pick one. And then the wind last night and the rain, I woke up this morning, there was none. And I was like, what am I going to do? And then this afternoon, glorious sunshine, I had about 5 there again. So I was like, oh my gosh, it's meant to be. It's meant to be. So I very, 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 very carefully brought it into the house. I don't know how I did it. Maybe the Beltane spirits were helping me. But it's filled with Beltane wishes now, ready to go.
And may it spread all its love to really get out there to this world, to spread the magic, and indeed also to feed the beautiful bees that are going to then pollinate the amazing fruits and of our labor as well, so that we can be nourished and receive back. So this beautiful circle coming back together. I love it. Thank you so much, Shell. That was special. Thank you.
Thank you.
Arwen. Phew, okay, so we are getting towards the end of our ceremony, and just to bring us 1 second into another theme as well that I think is really, really important for us to think about, that I introduced as well into the drum journey with us coming around the fire in a circle. There's another tradition, of course, around Beltane, which is the maypole. Is this beautiful dance that is carried out around a pole where everyone has a ribbon of material, and it's so beautiful to kind of think of that tradition, because as people were dancing around the pole with this piece of material, essentially, the weaving is what creates the tapestry around the pole, and which ends up being decorated essentially by the material, but really reminding us of what we can create when we come together. The beautiful weavings that make us all one, no matter where we come from. And in the same way, I really want to bring our awareness into those dynamics that sometimes can feel like they are separating us. When there are obstacles, when there are arguments, when there are wars, when there are arguments, sometimes even within our families, and sometimes even within ourselves, because we argue with ourselves, we tell ourselves off. So anything that creates that discomfort, that lack of flow, that energetic block, I want us to really bring awareness to those things that, as Shell has given us the opportunity to, will be blown away and transported away because of the ceremony and the work that we continue to do. So there's an invitation here to really, bring ourselves onto a path, an understanding, if you want, as well, that the journey never ends, that we continue to navigate with what life presents as an opportunity, as an invitation to learn, to experience the beauty that life is, even the obstacles, even those moments where we feel that we want to give up, because it's part of our human existence. And whilst the temptation sometimes is to get, beaten by these things, by really feeling them, and sometimes even to let them become our identity. We are not our body niggles. We're not our frustrations and our, emotions. We're not a particular energy. We are a construct, an ensemble, that tapestry, the weaving of those different ribbons of life. And so we should not be attached to any particular string. We should always remember that we are always complete. We are always whole, that we need the light and the darkness, that we need the diversity. And we also need the variety of the people around us, because that is what brings us into community, into unity. So I would like to invite those of you that all of this ceremony, and everything that we have served this evening resonated with, anything that you might have journeyed with, anything that you maybe still want to inquire, connect with. I'd like to invite you to continue this journey with us, obviously by putting in the comments, how the ceremony went for you, anything that you might have experienced, anything that you would like to let us know about, and also to maybe continue the journey in terms of your self-inquiry, to be able to understand more about yourself, to be able to heal, to be able to maybe support others as well. And so I've got an invitation here for our free certification that starts in a week from today, on the 7th of May. So it's a free opportunity for you to learn essentially a lot of the stuff that you have experienced tonight, to understand more about yourself, to understand about the body, about the mind, and about the soul, and to also get certified in becoming a mentor for others, to take people on a journey of self exploration and healing. Of course, any questions that you might have, you can always reach, but I've put here the link as well for you to join us, for those of you who are inquiring and would like to go deeper with these experiences, and to be able to deliver them to others as well. So my wish is for you to continue to journey, continue to grow, continue to experience everything in life that can make us grow, and yes, become incredible beings that can manifest anything. So I'd like to invite back to the stage all of our beautiful brothers and sisters that have contributed this evening to our ceremony. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, as always, for you being here, for delivering this magic to the world, and to support our communities. So thank you all. And I wanted to also say thank you to all of you that have been tuning in live, and those of you that may be watching on recording as well. Knowing that obviously you make such a difference to the work that we do, and also anything that you would like to share in appreciation, in feedback, in what you might have learned about yourself or about dynamics in your life. Remember that we receive that feedback with love, as an opportunity to grow and an opportunity to obviously improve what we continue to deliver going forward. Whew. So I'd like to say thank you to everyone, and looking forward to seeing you all in 6 weeks for our next fire ceremony. Of course, that one will be Litha, so we continue to journey with the element of fire. And also for those of you who would like to go deeper with that particular connection, we also have our Litha retreat, which will be on the solstice in Swansea on the Gower Peninsula, and we will be connecting with the element of fire as an invitation to really understand our edges and maybe challenge that notion of, don't play with fire or you'll get burned. Maybe you won't, especially when you walk on it. Anyway, I'll leave you with that thought in your mind. And other than that, I would like to say thank you. Have a beautiful bank holiday weekend. Enjoy Beltane, and hopefully see you all dancing around a fire very soon. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye. Have a beautiful evening. And please, beautiful students, give us a smile. Cheers. There we go. Amazing. Okay. Have a beautiful evening, everyone. And we will see you all very soon. Ciao, ciao.